Well, the answer is they cook. I've had to learn how to cook over the course of my years at King's, and I would say it's been a really fulfilling experience. I feel more like an adult. I went from just knowing how to fry eggs and make pasta to now making roast dinners for Thanksgiving. But there's also a lot of options in terms of, buying food. So there's a Pret-a-Manger, and there's also at least 2 or 3 places in Strand campus, which is where, if you're arts and humanities students, where most of your classes will be based, where you can eat for a really, really great price. And I believe there are certain places like where if you get like a NUS card or a student card, you could show that and you could get certain discounts at restaurants. So even though living in London can be a bit expensive sometimes, there are certainly ways that you could save when it comes to food. Well, the great part of London is that there's so much to do. So you could, say, go to a bar, you could go to a restaurant. There are plenty of shows and performances that offer discounted prices for students. But in terms of what most King's students usually do, on Wednesdays there's a club called Walkabout that's not too far from King's that has student nights, so a lot of people go there. There's a student union bar called Waterfront, so a lot of people go there after their classes, get a meal, enjoy a pint. And I believe there's pub quizzes every Thursday at Waterfront. And yeah, or you could also join a society, and after classes you could go to, say, practice for the rugby team or go rehearse for a play. Well, since London is a city, there's tons of public transport that are extremely inexpensive if you get a student Oyster card. And the student Oyster card works on the subway, which people refer to as the Underground or the Tube, or for buses as well. And that gives you about a 30% discount on all of your tickets. But if you're staying at one of the dormitories, they're all situated nearby one campus or another, so it's not that far of a walk. There are plenty of dorms that are near enough Strand campus, which is where most arts and humanities students will be based. So there's Stamford Street, which is the closest, and that's about a 10-minute walk, or if you're running late, a 5-minute run. And there's this one place I live right now, which is a private student accommodation that's only a 20-minute walk from King's. And honestly, if you're not really used to it, you eventually do get used to it. And it's nice to walk around London and just sort of take in the sights right before you go to class. It depends on what club you're joining. If you're doing sports, there are a lot of sports facilities nearby Great Dover Street dorms. So, you would sort of have your practices or your games perhaps there. But honestly, there is a full list of clubs and societies online that you can look at kclsu.org.